In the world of football, few stories shine as brightly as that of Christy Ucheibe, the young midfield powerhouse who has taken the Nigerian Super Falcons by storm. At just her early 20s, she represents a new wave of Nigerian excellence, proving to the world that age is nothing but a number when talent meets discipline, hard work, and unwavering belief. Today, we dive into the inspiring story of Christy Ucheibe, a story of growth, of sacrifice, of courage, and of becoming a superstar for Nigeria at such a young age. Christy Ucheibe was born on the 25th of December, 2000, in Kano State, Nigeria. Like so many African footballers, her path to stardom was not paved with gold. She didn't grow up with the luxury of state-of-the-art football academies or modern facilities. Instead, she grew up in a world where raw passion and determination were the fuel that kept young talents going. As a little girl, Christy loved the game. While some of her peers played football just for fun, Christy played with purpose. With every kick of the ball, she was building her future, shaping her destiny, and preparing herself for the challenges ahead. Her story is proof that greatness does not always need perfect conditions. Sometimes, greatness is born in the dusty streets, the improvised pitches, and the burning desire of a child who dreams of representing her country one day. Christy's rise to prominence didn't happen overnight. It was years of dedication and sacrifice. She first came into the spotlight when she played at the 2014 FIFA U17 Women's World Cup in Costa Rica. Even then, people noticed her maturity on the pitch, the way she controlled the ball, the confidence in her passes, and her resilience against bigger opponents. That was just the beginning. By 2016, she was part of Nigeria's U20 women's team for the World Cup in Papua New Guinea. Though Nigeria didn't win the tournament, Christy's performance stood out. She was strong, commanding, and played with the heart of a warrior. At that young age, she was already making a statement. I am here. I belong. I am the future. One of the defining steps in Christy's career was her move abroad. Leaving home, family, and everything familiar was not easy. But champions are made by bold decisions. Christy joined ACF in Sweden in 2018, and later made a huge leap to Portugal with SL Benfica in 2020. It was in Benfica that she blossomed into a global star. In Portugal, she grew not just in skill but in mentality. She became an anchor in midfield, a rock that her teammates could rely on. With Benfica, she won league titles, domestic cups, and built a reputation as one of the toughest midfielders in European women's football. And still, she was only in her early 20s. Her journey to Europe was more than a career move. It was proof that Nigerian talents can compete anywhere in the world when given the chance. For many Nigerian players, the ultimate dream is to wear the green and white jersey of the Super Falcons, Africa's most successful women's national team. Christy didn't just dream about it. She lived it. By the time the 2022 Africa Women's Cup of Nations, WAFCON, arrived, Christy was ready. She stepped into the Nigerian midfield with courage and confidence. She wasn't intimidated by the pressure of representing Africa's giants. Instead, she owned the stage. At WAFCON, fans saw a young player with maturity far beyond her years. She intercepted passes, launched attacks, and fought tirelessly for every ball. Her performance silenced critics and inspired the next generation of young Nigerian girls watching from home. Christy became a pillar of strength in the team, young, yet indispensable. If there was ever a moment that showed Christy Ucheibe true greatness, it was at the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand. The world saw the Super Falcons defy expectations, holding giants like Canada and even pushing England, the European champions, to the very limit. In the heart of midfield, Christy was unshakable. Game after game, she proved that she belonged among the world's best. She won duels, she covered ground, she tackled with precision, and she carried herself with confidence. The commentators couldn't stop praising her. The fans couldn't stop cheering her. And the world couldn't stop noticing her. At just 22, Christy had announced herself not just as a player for the future but as a star of the present. Christy Ucheibe's story carries powerful lessons that go beyond football. Age is not a barrier. She shows that you don't need to be older to lead, to dominate, or to inspire. At a young age, she is already a superstar for Nigeria. What makes Christy Ucheibe's journey even more inspiring is that she is still so young. At only 24, she already has years of experience, trophies, and global recognition. The future? It is limitless. She is destined to become not just one of Nigeria's best midfielders, but one of Africa's greatest exports in women's football. With her humility, work ethic, and fighting spirit, Christy represents the hope of Nigerian football. She is the bridge between the legendary Falcons of the past and the stars of the future. For every young girl in Nigeria who picks up a ball and dreams of playing for the Super Falcons, Christy Ucheibe is proof that it is possible. Her journey says, don't let your age stop you. Don't let your environment stop you. Don't let fear stop you. She is living proof that when you dream big, when you work hard, and when you refuse to quit, the world will eventually recognize your brilliance. Christy Ucheibe is more than a footballer. She is an inspiration. A reminder that stars can rise young, that greatness doesn't wait for permission, and that with heart and hard work, you can stand tall on the world's biggest stages. To the Super Falcons, she is a warrior. To Nigeria, she is a source of pride. And to the world, she is the young superstar who refuses to be defined by age. Christy Ucheibe's journey is just beginning, and the best is yet to come.